there, wasn't really doing anything, but I had that in my purse. Of course, I took my pen. I was all poised to say something, to speak something else. And that's all he spoke. He wasn't waiting for me to get a dissertation. He was waiting for me to believe him, to hear him, believe him, and to respond to him right there. I don't believe it had anything to do with why I was there. But it was a time, like so many times, when he had been dealing with me and I just been, you know, in his presence. And then you're doing things, so many times and God was just saying, I'm still here. I have other places that go back to the 90s. I have some that go back to the 80s. Not as many. I've gotten rid of a lot of those things over the years. But sometimes I run across them. They're just hidden in a book somewhere, one of my older Bibles that I don't use as frequently anymore. But there isn't one thing, anything that I hear, anything like these, that I don't know exactly. Because I know something that God worked in me, and I believe He has worked in me, but I believe He's, I don't know how to put it, but it comes back to Ephesians. And I hear prophetic voices. I read various things that God is bringing, opening ways and opening things for us to be able to maneuver in the times we're in. It's so evident that yes, the people who went before us, they did things without a whole lot of, quote, knowledge. But God is not hiding things, and He didn't hide things from them. You go back and read some of those older ones. We don't even like to pick up the books because they're old and musty and the pages are yellowed and whatever now. But there's that God spoke to them. God was speaking to the people. It wasn't as open to everybody back then because we didn't have internet, we didn't have computers, we didn't have anything like that. But God's been speaking, and He's never not flooded the earth with what He has purposed. And I'm saying that whether you know it here today or not, that God's words are all around you.
Yes.
Not just about you, but about His purposes for this day, for this hour. And sometimes that isn't enough for us. We want somebody to talk to so we can argue with them in our minds. And so I can wander off in some of the things. It's like God's just basically saying, wake up. It's here in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament. It's in the New Testament. Wake up, O sleeper.
Yes.
Arise from the dead, because our ears are deadened, our emotions are deadened only to what pleases us. We can be in a most wonderful thing, and I've done it myself, and I've been on the other end of it too. So it's like, it's not a matter of trying to pinpoint something, and if God hits your heart with something, it's God hitting. I'm not looking at you thinking anything. I know what enough He has to deal with me. But I'm glad I'm tender before the God. I was hard for a long, long time. I know how to cover it, but God said, I don't want it covered because you're all kinds of things to keep us going, for exercise, for everything, you know. But the truth of the matter